What's up everyone, Erica here, and I'm back today with another video for you. Today, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing something very different, something that I have not done on my channel yet. I'm going to be sharing with you all my pin collection. If you are new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Erika DeOcampo. I have all different kinds of content, a lot of Disney content, some mom content, makeup content, kind of everything else that's in between. So I'm sure that there is something here on my channel for you. So I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave today. But if you're not new to my channel, welcome back. And you're probably thinking to yourself like, Erica, I didn't know you collected pins. Yeah, I'm a pin collector, okay? That isn't something that I feel like I share too frequently. I am definitely a pin collector, but I'm not a crazy pin collector. I'm not up with like limited edition, limited release, you know, X many pins were created for this collection, and so on and so forth. I'm not like a good pin collector, I guess, but I do have quite a bit of pins, and I felt like I kind of want to get a little bit back into like the trading game. I guess I should start off by showing you guys my very first pin I ever purchased, and then from there I'll kind of get into the story of like what pin trading is to me and that kind of thing. That's really dramatic. It's not going to be an emotional thing. It's okay. Since I am not really a huge pin collector and I don't share this kind of content with you guys like ever, it's been so long since I've looked at my own collection. I have received pins that maybe you haven't seen that I've received and things of that sort. So I definitely wanted to make a video of it, like showing you guys my collection, but also kind of capturing me reacting to my collection, because it's been so long since I've looked at these pins. I don't know what I have here, and it's kind of fun to just go through them and like, oh my god, I forgot I had that. So it's kind of like I'm doing a blind pin unboxing, but like of my stuff that I've already owned. So only partially blind. Sure, let's go with that. Honestly, this whole like idea came to me because my friends Brandon and Heidi over at It's Always Sunny, I will of course have their channel linked in the description box. I know that they are big pin people, and they recently were trying to shuffle around their own pins, trade with friends in the community, and I'm like, man, that sounds like fun. Like I would love to do that. They definitely had like some amazing pins that they were gonna trade, so I was like, I kind of need to go through my own collection and see if there are any I'm willing to trade, because I'm more of a pin collector. Like I have these pins that I just feel like I could never get rid of. So I guess we'll see at the end of the video if there are any pins that I am willing to part with. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I do kind of want to go into my story of like how I started pin trading, and I guess the best way to go about that is to show you my first pin, which I do know what that is. Of course, I feel like this is probably the most famous pin. Like I want to talk to the pin person at Disneyland and be like, what is your #1 selling pin like ever? Not just limited release, anything like that. And I would bet money that this is like one of the best pins in the world. And that is of course the grape soda pin from Up. So when this movie came out, it was absolutely my favorite. I remember going and taking my cousin to see it, and I remember just like sobbing, and we had gone to Disneyland and they had this, so I immediately bought it, and that was like my first time just purchasing a pin because I loved the way it looked. And that kind of sparked my interest with pin collecting and pin trading. I remember feeling so fascinated that you could trade with cast members, or, you know, going to the parks, they have the little pin boards in the store and you can look at them and stuff. I have traded once with a person at Disneyland, and I will tell you guys, I was super overwhelmed because I heard some guy getting upset about like, oh, this one's a fake one or something like that. So I've never wanted to do that. I feel like I don't know enough about pins to be like, oh, let me trade with you, and then I send like a bootleg pin and then they'll think I'm like a terrible friend or anything like that. So trading with people makes me so nervous. So I'm just gonna put that out there now. If you ever want to trade with me, we gotta be in cahoots with what's going on, because I don't want to play you on accident, okay? So that was my first ever pin. I'm gonna keep showing you guys more pins that I have here, but I just wanted to share this one because this kind of kickstarted my, you know, love of pins and pin trading, and when my husband and I first got together, when we were first dating, I'm gonna kind of expose him here, you guys. JD did not love Disney. He did not love Disney. He had taken girls in the past, the nerve, and he didn't like it. He would go because it was like the boyfriendly thing to do. Did I just make up a word? The boyfriendly thing to do. But I like to give myself like a little pat on the back that he just wasn't doing Disney the right way. He needed the right woman to show him how to do Disney the right way. Ever since we went, he just experienced it differently. And I also like have pin trading to thank for that, because he didn't know that that was a thing. And so when I got him into it, he really liked that, to go look at the pins and trade with the cast members. And it was definitely something that reminds me of like when we were first together and we would go to the parks and buy like the starter kits of pins and like trade with people. We really liked that. So that's kind of my little story of how like we got into pin trading, or just pins in general. So next I'm going to get into my lanyard here. I don't think I'm gonna show you guys JD's lanyard. Like if we have his and her matching pins, I'll show you, but I think we'll be here for too long. I guess the first thing I should say is I'm definitely I gravitate towards the same thing. So my lanyard is Minnie Mouse. I collected, like when I first started, I was all Minnie and Mickey and Snow White. That was like my main heavy collection. But I guess I should also say like the collections I really want to expand. So I will go through that as well. Let's go ahead and start at the bottom. So the first one I have, this was a pin gifted to me by Meg over at Mickey's Magic. I received her box for the Boo Ball 2020, and it is this incredible pin. It's like a spin on Haunted Mansion, but mixed in with Toy Story, like a remix. And it is Woody, Mr. Potato Head, and an alien, and it says, "Beware, a toy will follow you home." You know, it's supposed to be like the 3 hitchhiking ghosts. I love that pin so much. Next, I have these 2 incredible Princess Jasmine and Aladdin pins. They are definitely one of my favorite Disney couples like ever. I would say like Mickey and Minnie, Aladdin and Jasmine, Carl and Ellie, and Max and Roxanne from A Goofy Movie. Those are probably like my favorite couples. I feel like a broken record sharing this story with you guys, so like if you've heard it for the millionth time, I'm so sorry. My dad calls me E-ticket. You know, E for Erica, and an E-ticket is, for those youngins out there that don't know what it is, an E-ticket is what you needed to get into Disneyland to ride the best of the best attractions back in the day. They had A through E, and the E-ticket was the best one. So I love that. Obviously, it's like a nickname that ties to Disney, so heck yeah. But I found this pin at Disney World when JD and I went back in 2017. I had seen this and I freaked out. And it was a Disneyland ticket, go figure, but it was a Main Street Omni US horseless carriage, fire engine, and horse-drawn streetcar. So this is an A ticket. So I of course freaked out. I'm like, is there an E ticket here? I was so excited about it. They didn't have it, but like I love this pin so much, I'm keeping it forever. And since then I've been on the hunt for them and I haven't found them, but my amazing friend Paola went to D23 not too long ago and she picked me up 2 pins. So not only did she get me the Disneyland e-ticket, she also got me the Disney World Magic Kingdom e-ticket. So for Magic Kingdom, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, and It's a Small World. The Disneyland e-ticket's kind of like you got ripped off because it's New Orleans Square, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So here they are, like one's pink and one's green. They're so adorable. I love them so much. This pin is also super special to me. It is a fast pass pin for the Jungle Cruise. Obviously like paper fast passes aren't a thing anymore, but it's even more special to me because they're not a thing anymore. Like Juliana will never know a paper fast pass. Fun fact, we actually did fast passes for our wedding. What would you call it? Like our table settings. Like these were your card placements. So you would have to go find your name and your attraction, and that's where you were gonna sit. So obviously love me some fast passes. One of the more special pins that I own, I think it might be one of the first pins I ever owned, is this amazing pin of the Disneyland Castle, and it says 50 because I got this for Disneyland's 50th birthday. It's a very simple and beautiful pin, but you know, Disneyland, hello. I think one of the last like special ones I'm gonna share with you guys is a pin that I got on Mickey's 90th birthday. It's just so adorable. His little bow tie spins. It says 90 years, let's celebrate November 18th, 2018. And then there's Mickey coming out of the 0 of 90, and he's wearing his little birthday hat. He's just so precious and I love him so much. So as I mentioned, I do have a lot of like Minnie Mouse and Snow White, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys those next, just kind of briefly because we've got a lot of pins to get through, so I'm gonna get through those kind of quick. A lot of these pins I did purchase for myself when we were at the parks, or they were gifted to me, or we traded them, which saying that back sounds really stupid because no duh, how else do you get pins? So there's that. Next, I'm going to show you guys some of the pins that I have, like his and her matching with JD. We were heavy on the his and her pins when we were engaged or just newly married. Sticking with the matching JD and Erika pins, here's another set. JD is like the sweetest and will literally wear like the matching stuff that I make for us. So we actually have the shirts that say like, I'll be your Mickey, I'll be your Minnie. Okay, you guys, I just dumped out this like bag of pins that I had, and I should have recorded my reaction because I'm living for all of these pins right now. I'm annoyed because that was the whole point. I should have like shared it with you guys. So I'm looking here at the bag of pins that I have, and I do have a couple more limited edition ones, but I'll tell you what, they are definitely not ones that I'm going to be getting rid of. But one really cool pin is this fairest one of all magnetic pin that my friend Heather gifted to me for the first Boo Ball, and it is of, you know, mirror on the wall, but it opens up and it's actually a mirror, so it is magnetic and it's a beautiful pin. I forgot about this pin. See, I need a cool way to display my pins because this is not it. Like, this way is not it. The next pin is this really awesome Elsa with like the water horse pin that Kat gave to me in our stationery swap. Juliana loves Elsa. I love Elsa. Frozen 2 is it's just an amazing movie, so I love this pin. This next pin that I want to share with you guys is so special to me. So I keep referencing the trip that JD and I went to Disney World for the Food and Wine Festival back in 2017. I felt sad at myself that I did not get anything from the festival like to commemorate the trip, because as most of you know, I was pregnant with Juliana when we were on that trip. I didn't know it yet, but I was. So it was a very special trip. We were there with our friends AJ and BJ. JD's first time at Disney World, like the best, just great memories. So I wanted that pin. I got on eBay and I think I got this for a really good price. I don't remember, I think it was around $20, which the pin itself was $15, like $14.99. So I didn't feel bad and I wanted it. Like I really wanted this pin. So it is Figment, sitting on top of the words that say Epcot 2017 International Food and Wine Festival, and they have 3 different figments kind of like surrounding the food. I just love this pin so much and like what it means to me. So this is a limited release pin. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at, you guys. It just says limited release, but again, like I feel like the limited release pins that I do own, I'm not gonna be getting rid of. I also just have like a regular Mickey happy birthday pin, which I haven't taken out of the packaging because it's so freaking cute. Like I don't want to get rid of it. So happy birthday to me. Let me show you guys my last limited edition pin, and it is the annual pass holder limited pin. And you guys will see why I'm literally like never getting rid of this pin. We were there for the 50th anniversary of Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. It was a whole thing, you guys. It was the day that Johnny Depp was actually on the ride. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he was on the ride and like people were like, is that Johnny Depp? Like it was crazy. I'm not proud of it, but I did push some kids to get this pin, so I'm never getting rid of it. It's incredible. So it is the Pirates of the Caribbean. It has, you know, Davy Jones, I don't know. But then if you lift the pin, look who it is. It's Walt with one of the animatronics of one of the pirates. It's just so special. So of course, like I'm literally never getting rid of this. It came out in 2017, limited for annual pass holders. So I freaking love this pin. It's just epic, amazing. So obviously like Pirates is such a special attraction, especially for us Disneylandians. I'm gonna kind of breeze through some of the Mickey and Minnie ones that I have, along with some other princess ones. A lot of these were actually gifted to me by my friend Cassidy over at Magical Martini. So Cassidy, if you're watching this, girl, I gotta get my crap together so I can like display all of these amazing pins that you sent me, because they need better places to live. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this pin. Okay, this pin is so adorable. Honestly, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'd be okay with trading this one, but it is so freaking cute. I think I bought this in a set, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know, I'm probably not, but this is like, I would say like Mickey and Minnie meets Sandy and Danny Zuko. It's Mickey and Minnie walking along, and Mickey is dressed like super retro, holding some cotton candy. I don't know, they're just giving me like Rydell High vibes. And then these pins are what just made me gasp. So these are a set that I know I bought from the parks, and it was the Fab Five with attractions from Disneyland and DCA. So the first one is Mickey just standing in front of the castle, which is just like the best of both worlds. And then I have the one of Minnie dressed as one of the workers or like cast members or staff at the Haunted Mansion, in front of the Haunted Mansion. She does not look amused at all. The next couple of pins that I'm going to share with you guys are kind of all over the place. I genuinely feel like my collection is just a hot mess and I really have to get my life together. So the next one I want to share with you is this adorable Remy pin. I think this was gifted to me by one of my coworkers for my birthday a couple of years ago. He's just standing with his wooden ladle, and he's just absolutely perfect. The next pin I have is the pin that was given to us. We were there on the day that Frozen was just released. You know, it had taken over the place of Aladdin at DCA, and we were there for the first showing of it, and we were given this pin. So this is also a super special one for me. This next pin is a special one to me because this was given to me in the first swap I ever participated in, given to me by Caitlin. I think in the little questionnaire, it was like one of the first ones I ever filled out, was like, what's your favorite attraction? My favorite attractions at Disneyland are definitely Peter Pan's Flight and Space Mountain. So she gave me this adorable pin of Mickey and Goofy on Space Mountain, but the little pin actually moves. So it does look like, you know, Mickey and Goofy are having a ball on Space Mountain. This next pin is super rare, or it's like a rare occasion that I felt the need to buy myself a pin. And that is this amazing candle. It says I lit the black flame candle. I bought this from a small shop a while ago. I loved the pin so much. It's very cute. I just, you know, if you know me, you know I love my Hocus Pocus, so I needed that for sure. And then the next two I want to show you guys are super random. I think this one is from like Box Lunch or Hot Topic, and this is Max dressed as Powerline. I freaking love this pin. Like, Max is just in character as Powerline, like living his best life. And this pin is one that I think Rawan might have gifted to me when she was like, I'm getting rid of pins, like, do you want this one? I said yes. It is a really cool pin. It's a Harry Potter inspired pin, and it's a stack of books, but the book says, like, one of them says herbology, there's the golden snitch, and then a little scarf, but like of the Gryffindor colors. I love this pin so much. It's very like subtle Harry Potter vibes ish, kind of. So one of the first ones that I pulled out that I was so excited about is this one. It is the monorail, and it actually has a little hidden Mickey at the bottom of it. The monorail totally gives me Disney vibes, Disneyland vibes especially, so I love that. So I don't think I could get rid of this pin. I feel like I'm just showing you guys my collection and that's it. Like, I'm not trading anything, because every pin that I've showed, I'm like, oh, I love this pin. It has sentimental value. I'm keeping it forever. Another that I found that was kind of tucked away is a pin that I got when I went to Club 33. You know, I had to remember the occasion. It was a very special time. It's actually still in the little like velour box, so I get like proposed to myself every time I open it. I would be willing to trade this pin. It's a hidden Mickey 5 of 5. I don't know who would even want this though. Like, that's the thing. The pins that I'm willing to trade, it's like, who would want them? So have to take them to the park, I guess, because I have a little pair of I don't know, like 3D glasses, like the ones that you get when you used to go and watch Captain EO. I don't know, but it's got a hidden Mickey on it, so any takers? See, now this next pin that I'm showing you guys, this is what I'm talking about. I love this pin. I think it's so pretty. I love the pastel colors of Snow White, but this looks like a counterfeit pin, like it's fake. I mean, it says Pin Trading 2004, Mickey's All-American Pin Festival, so I don't know, you tell me. Y'all pin experts can let me know. The next pin I'm going to share with you guys, I feel like is one that a lot of people would want, and I've had in my collection and I completely forgot about it, and now taking him out, I'm like, you know, people might want this pin. So it's one of those things that now that I know people want it, I'm like, so should I keep it? And that is the orange bird. I have this little teeny pin of the orange bird, and he actually has a little hidden Mickey on his wing. I don't know the hype with the orange bird, so he's not like my #1 obsession, but I do think he's super cute. Love him. The next couple of pins are super random ones that I am absolutely willing to get rid of. This one is super funky, like a weird Tsum Tsum version of Cluedo, and then I have this medal, like a Mickey medallion with the hidden Mickey on the inside. I'm not huge fans of them, so if you're watching this video and you love both of them or you want to trade one, I'm down, hit me up. As well as this little illustration of Bambi. So I'm not a big Bambi fan. I know that I do have quite a few friends that love Bambi. It's not for me. This one has a little hidden Mickey in the corner, on the top right corner, and this says it is the hidden Mickey pin 2 of 5. This pin really bummed me out. This was one of my favorite pins, but it lost the actual like pin part of it. It's missing it in the back, and that is my little vintage Minnie Mouse hat. I love this pin. It went perfectly with like all of my Minnie Mouse collection, but makes me so sad. I guess I gotta get it fixed. I don't know. What do you guys do? Pin people, fill me in. I know Cassidy gave me Snowman Mickey Mouse, but I also have Snowman Minnie Mouse, so I can't wait to make a little like Christmas display. Cute. And the last 2 pins I'm going to share with you guys were pins that we were gifted when we stayed at the Caribbean beach. They were doing a lot of construction because they were getting ready to make the Skyliner. So they were doing like a part in our pixie dust, so these little pins were waiting for us in our room as a little, you know, apology, I guess, for the construction. So we have Donald and Goofy, and they are both wearing like Disney's Caribbean Beach merchandise, like shirts. But Donald looks like he's jumping into the water because the little board that it came with, the little cardboard, they were like in a pool. So they're super cute. I love that they say Caribbean Beach because it is a great way to remember, you know, our trip there and that we stayed there. The very last pin I'm going to share with you all is a pin that was gifted to me by my friend Sammy over at Just Sammy Things for the Pick 3 swap that she hosted back in March. It is this incredible fig pin of Mickey, but Sorcerer Mickey. It's such an amazing pin. I love it so much. There's so many different movies and characters and just everything in between that I love about Disney, so I feel like narrowing down my collection is hard. I feel like I don't have quite a good variety of my interests here, so I would love to start expanding that a little bit more. I really gotta buckle down and like get serious about my pin collection. If you weren't already following me over on Instagram, please do so. I love chatting with you guys. If you have like referrals for me for pins or pin boards, I really need your suggestions on what you guys think. I want something different. I don't want just like a square of cardboard. I want something, you know, a little different and cutesy to hang up somewhere here. So let me know your suggestions either down in the comments or shoot me a DM over on Instagram. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I think that's it. Again, I'm so sorry if you came on this video being like, oh, Erika's about to trade some pins, and I showed you like, here are my 2 pins I'm willing to trade. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I get better at this. Yeah, but for now, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you back for the next one. Bye.